is personified. On this I have spoken earlier. For instance, the will to, or the permission of, given to man to go wrong requires a will to go wrong first, in the first place. And permission given to him to do good also requires a prerequisite, our will to do good. These two qualities of going wrong and going good, doing good, have to be gifted to man before this option is given to him. You agree? Now this quality of going wrong or desire to do wrong, that quality is satanic. And that quality is in every man. Now there are possibilities. Number one, that this is Satan and that is all, and there is no personification of Satan as such. And there is another possibility that, like the system of angels who control goodness, there may be some evil forces created by Allah of which we don't know directly, but which are responsible for promoting all the forces of evil within man and controlling them. I mean, I'm just discussing the possibilities. But one thing is certain, that will in man to do wrong is declared as Satan by Hadhrat Muhammad Mustafa Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam. And he said, positively declared, that every man is born with a Satan. He has his own Satan, which runs in his blood. And one of the persons present asked him, Ya Rasulullah, do you also have a Satan of yourself? He said, yes, but he has accepted Islam. That is, he has submitted to my better will. So in that sense, it becomes a symbolization.
Could failure to do the right thing or failure to do could failure to do the right thing or the good thing lead to what is seen as evil or bad? Or ignorance could be another source of evil.
There are so many possibilities. I mean, this question is not valid, because once you understand the phenomena, then there are so many possibilities for which we cannot be judges, because we do not know the intricate phenomena within. Except sometimes if you turn to yourself and begin to analyze your own acts and the intentions behind them, then you are the best judge for yourself. And you can know, and you can sometimes positively know, that you have committed a sin or committed an act of goodness. Sometimes they are veiled and covered, and the man wants to hide these facts from himself. But I'm not talking of that. If you really intend to analyze your own features, within what is happening within, you can come out with an answer, knowing that these two forces are free to act, and knowing that the choice would be yours. Where is somebody committed what? That I can't say, nor you can say. But the person himself is the best judge. This is what the Holy Quran means when it says, Balil insanu ala nafsihi la basiratun walau alqa ma'azira. Basira, Balil insanu ala nafsihi basiratun walau alqa ma'azira. Man knows his own inner self full well, is fully cognizant of what's happening within. Although he may come out with excuses, Mazira means, long drawn out excuses of this and that, this happened because of this and this happened because of that. But if he really wants to find out, then he can. That is what it means. Yes, please.
Sir, as it has been discussed now that the Satan has no any independent entity.
Listen, sometimes it is said that Satan doesn't leave man. But what is happening now is exactly the reverse. Man is not leaving Satan alone.
So it means that angels have also not entity independent.
I never said that it has not independent entity. I said there are two possibilities. Of angels, we positively know that they have independent entities, because belief in angels is a must. But belief in Satan is not a must. In fact, denial of Satan is a must. This is said about those people who are wrong. And yakfuruna bit, what's that verse in just a moment, I'll remember that. हाँ भाई, मैं योमिन बिल्लाह है, just a minute. ومن يكفر بالطاغوت ويؤمن بالله فقد استمسك بالعروة الوثقى لا انفصام لها. Here yakfur بالطاغوت is a fundamental condition of Iman. So in that sense, I mean, of course I know the significance is different, but not even remotely you are expected to believe in the person of a Satan, but in the forces, satanic forces, you must believe and you must fight against them.
Then what kind of entity angels have?
You read that book written by Hadhrat, a lecture of Hadhrat Muslim Maud, Malaikatullah. Why don't you read that? It's that big book.
I have read that, but I couldn't understand.
So I can't explain that book now. You know, if that lecture took Hadhrat Muslim Maud 2.5 hours or 3 hours, about 4 hours, and where he failed to make you understand in 4 hours, you see, what miracles are you expecting from me?
Other Muslim are not before me to explain me.
No, but whatever he said was written. You ask somebody to cassette record it and then listen to it. If that's what you're missing. Yes, please, Dr. Munib sir.
Although we know that by and large we are given free will to do a bad deed or a good deed, even then we find, sir, that we cannot do a good deed unless God Almighty enables us to do so. How do we reconcile with that, sir?
You explain how your own personal experience in this regard first.
It's very difficult for me to explain, sir. That's why I'm asking you, sir.
You know, once in Hyderabad, Sindh, a gentleman was introduced to me who was a very great, according to the person who introduced, a great scholar in search of truth. He was a professor who had done many MAs and this and that, as I was told. And what was the truth he was in search of was this. There was only one question he had been asking everybody day and night, and he took the pride in the fact that nobody could answer him. So that was a sort of search he was holding. You see, some people feel dispirited and depressed by the fact that they are in search of something and they can't get it. And some, on the other hand, take pride because that failure of others to satisfy them is considered as a victory on their part. It was such a difficult question, nobody could answer. So I got the nature of this man. Of course I understood, as everybody does. So I said, yes, please tell me what truth you are seeking. He said, this is what you have said. This is the problem I face, and I have met Mr. So-and-so and so-and-so. He tried to overwhelm me with those names. And yet I was not satisfied. So I told him that all the answers given by them have failed, and perhaps they would be the traditional answers. So there is no sense in my repeating any traditional answer. But I can ask you one thing yourself, and perhaps that question will solve your enigma. Every day you make decisions. and you know